Hey, this is Gianni with Middle Fork Salmon Trip Report. This was late August. Really quick trip. I picked up a cancellation about a week before. Got campsites through the new email process, which worked pretty well, except our day one was really long. I'd asked for camp around 18 to 20 miles in. Instead got Pungo, which is about 28 miles in. And the top about 20 miles is really low flows, slow going. Lots of dodging rocks, getting stuck on rocks. Just mentally and physically busy day. Shipping oars, and then when you get stuck, you're gonna have to move around the boat, and or even get out and lift your boat off of the rocks to get out. Pushing and pulling quite a bit. So it all went pretty well. We actually made the first day in about 9 hours. We left at 8:30 a.m. Got in around 5:15 p.m. We didn't stop at all. We just ate and snacked on the river. Got stuck a couple times. Once at the very top, first rapid, I took the wrong line right out of the gate. Too excited and knew better, but that took about 5 minutes. And then here in Ramshorn, it's just a really tight chute at the bottom, and there's another line to river right, which may have been better, but that one only took about 30 seconds to get out of. It wasn't too bad. But just a lot of boulders that are pretty raw at the top here, and then Hell's Half Mile. Couldn't even see this little rock that's right here. Just covered up in the white water, but maybe you want to run a little further left. And then it's just busy. You're just trying to find the deepest channel, trying to avoid rocks, and the scenery is just so stark. It's just a huge fire went through here a few years back, and everything's dead, lots of standing dead trees. It was eerie because around mile 9 there's actually an active fire. It's burning all the way down to the river. It wasn't huge, it was just kind of smoldering, but it added to that starkness with a lot of smoke. Weather was pretty good overall. We had highs in the 80s, lows at night, and maybe around 60. So I was able to wear shorts and a long sleeve shirt pretty comfortably almost all day. So up to the last minute, I was actually planning on doing a solo trip. Couldn't find any of my normal crew to come along with me, and then a buddy at the last minute on Saturday, the day before we putting in or driving up, I guess, said he could make it. So he drove in from Oregon, and we headed up Sunday. Asked the river ranger if we could put on that evening just to get a few miles in to avoid the long day, but he said no. So day 2 is actually pretty straightforward, not many rapids to deal with that are of any significance. We did have a little fun running at Sunflower Hot Springs. There was a naked couple there. We could see them as we were floating down the river, so I pulled over just to give them a minute. And sure enough, we pulled up, and the lady had her bathing suit on, and then the guy stood up completely naked, and I know he did not want us there. So he was not very happy, but we stopped and enjoyed a nice soak at Sunflower. Day 3, this was Wednesday, dawned with rain, pretty heavy, and throughout the morning. And so I did end up putting on some hydroskin pants and a dry top splash jacket to stay dry. That evening, it dumped. We had a big thunderstorm, and then it cleared up. So day 4 started with the river rising, and it turned to chocolate milk, basically. A lot harder to see rocks and rapids. In the morning, the foam was still white, but then as the day progressed, even the foam got darker and darker and ended up being the same color as the river, so it made it challenging. But no issues. We got ahead a lot of groups. Obviously, we're doing only a 5-day trip, and basically passed all of our day 1 folks, day 2 folks, and even probably people that launched 3 days before us. So we had Vail Falls to ourselves, which is nice. And here's Cliffside Rapid. It's really just a pull away from the wall. It could be done pretty easily with maybe a back ferry or downstream ferry even. There was actually a sweet boat that had pulled out here on River right at the camp. So they're able to stay right and avoid the cliff pretty easily. So not much of a tough rapid. This is my second time doing the Middle Fork. Overall, the rapids at low flow are not that hard in my my opinion. The challenging part is just dodging rocks really and not getting stuck. But the river does pick up quite a bit of water. I think it peaked at 1.9 on this day, Wednesday. So that rain moved in pretty quick. So it went from 1.55 the day we launched to 1.9 Wednesday, and then it started dropping back down. But here's Hancock Rapid. It's really just a really long rapid, boulder garden. Kind of reminds me of the upper 7 miles. It's really not that challenging, but you're just dodging rocks, moving left and right, avoiding getting perched or getting stuck and hung up. But it's a very long rapid. Not too challenging. This was day 4, first day of clearing skies. Really nice weather day finally. The first 3 days were cloudy, overcast, and day 3 was just rain all day. So day 4 was nice. Nice change of pace, although the river was not clear at all. You could not see through it. I'm sure the fishing was horrible. I did bring a pole. I fished for 15 minutes, and that was about it. Just a combination of really long days and then dirty water. So made our way down. Challenge here at Devil's Tooth and House Rock, which are the next ones, is really just your sight line is really bad. All you see is rocks. You see some chutes. You're not sure which ones go, which ones don't. The book says to go, I think, left of the tooth, but I don't know which rock is the tooth. So maybe that's the tooth, and that's the one you're supposed to go left of, which seems pretty obvious. I'm not sure. Overall, again, not too bad. Water's not very pushy at these flows, and it worked out just fine for us. So again, same thing at House Rock. Just a big rock. I think the book says to go far left. 2 years ago, I think I went to the right, and that line went as well. So either side seemed to be just fine. I was rowing a 16-foot old NRS boat, and my buddy was in a 16-foot as well. He's in an Aire, newer boat. Overall, I think just enough gear for one person. We didn't go super light at all. We had dry boxes and coolers that were full of ice, and it worked out great. We didn't have much on the floor, especially in the top 20 miles. Kept everything up off the floor, kept the boat really light. And then last camp is Goat Creek. Ironically, we saw sheep, not goats, but it was a beautiful night, clear night. Got to see some stars finally, and got to camp in Impassable Canyon. Got to get out super early. We left camp at 8 a.m. We only had 4 miles. Took us about an hour. We got to take out at 9 a.m. I had a concert that night to get to, and so that was the plan all along. And that's why we had the long days at the beginning of the week and a short Friday. It's about a 7-hour drive home to Boise, and got home around 4 o'clock after stopping in Salmon for lunch. Made a little mistake there in Kramer, went a little too far middle, caught a big drop into a hole, spun me, but no issues there either. It's just a little more of a fun ride. So yeah, that's the end of our trip. We were the only ones at the takeout, which was really nice. Got to take our time, got out of there really quick. I think we were on the road by 9:30. So super good trip, had fun, made it to the concert on time.